State Independent Charge for Law and Justice and Parliamentary Affairs, Government of India, is here with us. Let's give him a very warm welcome with a thunderous round of applause. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all the esteemed dignitaries, all the board members and affiliated stakeholders, and the members of IOD Global family here for being a part of this momentous occasion, that is the 34th Annual Day Conclave's ceremony now.
We are indeed privileged to welcome our Honorable Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal ji, the Honorable Union Minister of State for Law and Justice and for Parliamentary Affairs, Government of India, as the chief guest for this function. To felicitate our distinguished fellows on the occasion of the 2024 Directors Conclave. IOD is a membership-based, not-for-profit, sole independent institute for corporate directors in India. As I mentioned earlier, the thrust of its activities during the last 34 years since its inception has been to earn a global recognition on good corporate governance. Each year, the Executive Committee of the Institute of Directors selects the most distinguished fellowship from persons of distinctives for their outstanding performance based on personal values, ethics, and corporate integrity. The first distinguished fellowship of IOD was conferred on Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam when he was heading the DRDO organization. That was in June 1994. He was later conferred with the Bharat Ratna Award and rose to be the Honorable President of India, as you're all aware.
As India moves towards a status that we believe is due, Viksit Bharat at 2047, and before that, to be moving towards making sure that all our citizens receive the services that they are due, the saturation approach with which we are working. I hope that each one of you also keeps in mind the big issues before India today, in particular the fact that we are a young country. We are a country that is hopefully reaping the benefits of this demographic dividend. But at the same time, we do need to make sure that our youth are able to dream, that our youth are able to aspire to a life better than the life perhaps that their parents have seen, and that we are part of an ecosystem that allows them to be sufficiently skilled, sufficiently empowered to be able to be not just productive members of society, but to realize the dreams that young people in India today are really entitled to dream.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the IOD on this 34th Annual Day celebrations. I want to acknowledge the Institute of Directors' incredible work over the past 34 years. It is indeed a long journey. It is dedicated to the mission, and it is inspiring. In today's rapidly changing world, the importance of a strong governance cannot be overstated. Corporate governance is evolving every day, and to meet the demands of transparency, accountability, and sustainability, the corporate boards are no longer just protecting shareholders' interests, they are also playing a crucial role in societal impact. As we navigate these changes, it is essential that corporate boards reflect the diversity of our communities in terms of gender, ethnicity, and thoughts. Inclusive board is not just about meeting of and requirements. It is a strategic necessity that fosters innovation, improves decision-making, and builds public trust. Creating inclusive boards requires a true commitment to valuing diverse perspectives and ensuring every voice is heard.
Thank you, Honorable Justice Avasthi, for delivering the Guest of Honor address. As we all know that every year, IOD's Executive Council selects leaders and public figures of eminence and confers the award of Distinguished Fellowship for their outstanding contribution to business, public causes, and society at large. For the year 2024, IOD is pleased to announce the Distinguished Fellows, and we are privileged to felicitate them today in this ceremony. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting with the very first fellowship of this evening, which is for Ms. Alka Upadhyay, IAS, Secretary, Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. But before I invite her onto the stage, I would like to request Mr. Sitaram Kunte, IAS Retired Chairman, Mumbai Region IOD, and former Chief Secretary of Maharashtra, to kindly grace the dais and read out the citation for Ms. Upadhyay.
Mrs. Alka Upadhyay, an Indian Administrative Service officer, is currently the Secretary, Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. She has a long, distinguished administrative experience of 33 years in the IAS. She has served in various key positions in Madhya Pradesh and Government of India. She has held key positions as Secretary, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, India, as well as Chairperson, National Highway Authority of India. She was also Director General, National Rural Infrastructure Development Authority, and Additional Secretary, Ministry of Rural Development. She has strong skills in building IT systems to bring in transparency and efficiency. In the government, she oversaw the innovative transaction-based system in National Highways Authority of India. She was earlier Director of National Rural Livelihood Mission. Ladies and gentlemen, the Institute of Directors is pleased to felicitate Mrs. Upadhyay with IOD Distinguished Fellowship for 2024 in recognition of her long and distinguished public service, with deep appreciation of her policy making and leadership in project execution across various sectors such as road infrastructure, finance, health, and contributing to the ongoing white revolution in India. Her exemplary public service has fostered growth and innovation nationally in the sector she has served in. Congratulations, Mrs. Alka Upadhyay.
Thank you so much, the distinguished luminaries on the stage, the IOD, and all the distinguished luminaries who are here today in this hall. It's indeed a privilege to be felicitated here today, especially by the hands of Honorable Minister, Justice Avasthi ji, Lieutenant Colonel Surinder Singh ji, and also Madam Vinnie Mahajan, who's my senior in the service. It's indeed a privilege, and thank you very much. And I hope I'll be able to contribute in the overall economic development and governance in the country. Thank you.
Moving on to the next IOD Distinguished Fellow for this evening is Mr. Vivek Kumar Devangan, IAS Chairman and Managing Director, REC Limited. But before we have him on stage, I would like to request Mr. Vijay Karya, Advisory Council Member, IOD, and Chairman and MD, Ravin Group of Companies, to kindly grace the dais and read out the citation for Mr. Devangan.
Mr. Vivek Kumar Devangan is the Chairman and Managing Director of IEC, a Maharatna Central Public Sector Enterprise under the Ministry of Power. He is an Indian Administrative Services Officer. Prior to joining the REC, he was Additional Secretary Power. During his illustrious IAS career, He has held various administrative positions in the areas of finance, power and energy, petroleum and natural gas, elections, law and justice, commerce and industries, ministers' offices, education, human resource development, sericulture, agriculture and cooperation, economic affairs, economics and statistics, rural development and panchayati raj, district administration and revenue administration, chairman of REC's wholly owned subsidiary, that is REC Power Development and Consultancy Limited. Wow, that's a long list. Ladies and gentlemen, the Institute of Directors is pleased to felicitate Mr. Devangan with the IOD Distinguished Fellowship Award for the year 2024. It is a recognition of his visionary leadership, fostering infrastructure growth and innovation, and promoting all-round rural prosperity. Throughout India, he has significantly advanced infrastructure development, thereby strengthening India's global position in the energy sector and preparing the country for the forthcoming COP29. Congratulations, Mr. Devangan, and we are very honored and pleased to confer on you the IOD Fellowship Award for 2024.
It's really a privilege to be conferred the Distinguished Fellow Award from Institute of Director. I'm really thankful to you. I would like to mention that REC was formerly known as Rural Electrification Corporation, but with the energy transition taking place in the country, now REC would be known as Renewable Energy Focused Company, as our asset under management at present is about 5,30,000 crore, and we have clear-cut vision to increase our asset under management to about 10 lakh crore by the year 2030, and we are going to play a major role in the energy transition taking place in the country. We are targeting to increase our renewable energy portfolio to by 10 times by the year 2030. I would like to again thank the Institute of Directors for conferring this award to REC. Thank you so much.
Moving forward, the next IOD Distinguished Fellow for this evening is Mr. G. Kamalawardhana Rao, IAS, Chief Executive Officer, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. I would like to request Ms. Vasudha Mishra, IAS retired, former Secretary, UPSC, to kindly read out the citation for Mr. Rao.
Mr. G. Kamalwardhan Rao is a distinguished Indian Administrative Service officer from the Kerala cadre, renowned for his exemplary leadership and extensive contributions across a wide range of public service domains. In his current regulatory role as the Chief Executive Officer of the FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, he has taken several groundbreaking initiatives in the field of food safety. He has served with distinction as Chairman and Managing Director of the India Tourism Development Corporation Limited, that is better known as ITDC. Ladies and gentlemen, the Institute of Directors is pleased to felicitate Mr. Rao with IOD Distinguished Fellowship for 2024 in recognition of his transformative leadership, driving growth in tourism, innovation, and regulatory framework through dedicated public service and lifelong commitment. He has significantly advanced food safety standards and health awareness all over the country. Congratulations, Mr. G. Kamalwardhan Rao.
It gives me immense pleasure, and I am really honored to be with you on this occasion and being honored as a distinguished fellow by IOD.
Moving on, the next IOD Distinguished Fellow for this evening is Mr. Sandeep Kumar Gupta, Chairman and Managing Director, GAIL India Limited. I would like to request Mr. G. Srinivasan, Chairman, Chennai Region IOD and former Chairman cum MD, the New India Assurance Company Limited, to kindly read out the citation for Mr. Gupta.
Mr. Sandeep Kumar Gupta is CMD of GAIL India Limited, India's leading natural gas company in the public sector. He has wide experience of over 35 years in the oil and gas industry. Before joining GAIL, he held the position of Director of Finance on the board of Indian Oil Corporation Limited. He is also Chairman of Mahanagar Gas Limited, Brahmaputra Cracker and Polymer Limited, GAIL Gas Limited, and also on the board of Petronet LNG Limited. He is also Chairman of Standing Conference of Public Enterprises, an apex professional organization representing all the central government public enterprises. Mr. Gupta is a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and has received prestigious individual recognitions in the financial sector. Ladies and gentlemen, the Institute of Directors is pleased to felicitate Mr. Gupta with IOD Distinguished Fellowship for 2024 in recognition of his professional achievements, accomplishments, and unwavering commitment to transformational growth and leadership in the energy sector in India. His efforts have driven innovation and financial excellence while enhancing industry standards and regulatory compliance. Congratulations, Mr. Sandeep Kumar Gupta.
Mr. Sandeep Kumar Gupta, Chairman and Managing Director, GAIL India Limited, getting felicitated.
I am extremely honored and humbled and thank Institute of Directors on bestowing me with this fellowship. This particular recognition is not only vindication of my own efforts to ensure probity and governance, but it is also the vindication of efforts of a lot of my colleagues who are working with me presently in GAIL India Limited and previously at Indian Oil Corporation Limited. So thank you all those who have supported me in my journey. Today's world is extremely volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, and the role of directors on the board of companies has never been so critical. And in that direction, Institute of Directors is playing a pivotal role in educating the directors in discharging their responsibilities in ensuring the governance on the company's board. And I'm extremely honored that this institute, who is doing this noble cause, has today honored me. I again thank from core of my heart to Institute of Directors and all dignitaries present on the dais on conferring me with this recognition. Thank you very much.
And now the next IOD Distinguished Fellow for this evening is Mr. Dilip Sanghvi, Chairman and Managing Director, Sun Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. And I would like to request Dr. Sameer Sharma, IAS retired, Chairman Hyderabad IOD and former Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh, to kindly read out the citation for Mr. Sanghvi.
Mr. Dilip Sanghvi is the Chairman and Managing Director of the Sun Pharmaceuticals Industries Limited, world's fourth largest and India's #1 specialty generic pharmaceutical company. He has been honored with the Padma Shri in recognition of his distinguished contribution to the Indian trade industry. In 2018, the Indian government appointed him to India's Central Bank, Reserve Bank of India's 21-member Central Board Committee. He is part of the Economic Advisory Council formed by the Government of Maharashtra. The Government of Gujarat has appointed him as the Chairman of Gujarat Biotechnology University in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, the Institute of Directors is pleased to felicitate Mr. Sanghvi with the IOD Distinguished Fellowship for 2024 in recognition of his extraordinary journey from humble beginnings to becoming a captain of the Indian industry, touching many milestones, and leading excellence in market leadership through visionary strategies. His efforts at driving growth, innovation, and impactful philanthropy have significantly uplifted communities and contributed to health and wellness in India. Congratulations, Dr. Sanghvi, and welcome. All the best.
Mr. Dilip Sanghvi, Chairman and Managing Director, Sun Pharmaceuticals Industries Limited, the IOD Distinguished Fellow tonight.
Thank Institute of Directors for recognizing we as a company and Sun Pharma team have been able to achieve. I think receiving this recognition from you is an important milestone in our journey. We started very small, I think in '83. We've been now in business for 40 years. And from 5 people and 1 product, today I think we are a 43,000 team across different parts of the world. We sell products in more than 100 countries. And the key focus, as I see, the Institute of Director focuses on is corporate governance, and also educates and trains independent directors on ensuring highest level of corporate governance. And we believe that our focus on corporate governance has helped us grow. And the investment that people say, like 1,000 rupees invested in '83 when we went, '93 when we went public, is now almost 19 lakh rupees. And that's a recognition that we have on account of our focus on governance. And once again, accepting this recognition on behalf of the entire Sun Pharma team and my family. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to the felicitation of IOD institutional life members. We're here to felicitate these life members who joined the IOD family in last year during this annual Directors Conclave. And these members are Bank of India, Mumbai, Basis Fund Service Private Limited, Chennai, Hero FinCorp Limited, New Delhi, Hindustan Urvarak and Rasayan Limited, New Delhi, ONGC Tripura Power Company Limited, New Delhi, and 63 Moons Technologies Limited, Mumbai. To begin with, I would like to request Field Manager Mr. Lokesh Krishna and his team representing Bank of India to please join us on stage to receive a special memento from our chief guest and the other guests on the dais. Moving ahead, I would like to request the representative from Hero FinCorp Limited to please join us on stage. Moving ahead, let's put our hands together for Vice President HR, Mr. Chaman Jaggi and his team representing Hindustan Urvarak and Rasayan Limited, joining us on stage to receive the honor. ONGC Tripura Power Company Limited to please join us on stage and receive the special memento. So today we're going to felicitate IOD Senior Masterclass faculty, starting with Mr. G.P. Madan. Up next, we would like to felicitate Dr. Ashish Makhija. Please keep the applause going as I invite Mr. B. Ranganathan onto the stage. And now we're moving on to the felicitation of IOD's National Advisory Council. It's a special moment and we are privileged to have our National Advisory Council members here with us. We would like to start with the Vice Chairman, Honorable Justice Ritu Rajawasthi ji, who is the part of this council. So let's have his memento first, and then we get going to the other members. Please, let's have a round of applause for Justice Ritu Rajawasthi ji. And I request Mr. Desh Deepak Verma, IS retired, to please join us on the dais to receive his special memento as National Advisory Council member. Please put your hands together for Mr. Sitaram Kunte, IS retired. I request him to please join us on stage and receive his memento. Up next, please welcome our esteemed NSE member, Mr. G. Srinivasan. Please put your hands together as he comes on the stage to receive his memento. And now it's time to felicitate Dr. Sameer Sharma, IS retired and a valuable member of NSE. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I invite another esteemed NSE member, Mr. Vijay Karya, to please join us on stage and to receive the felicitation. And finally, it's time for me to invite Dr. Ajay Dua, IAS retired, to please join us on the dais to receive his felicitation as the esteemed NAC member. Ladies and gentlemen, all hands put together for our chief guest, Honorable Minister of State of Independent Charge for Law and Justice, Parliamentary Affairs and Culture, Government of India, Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal.
आईओडी से मैं जुड़ गया कि जिन जिन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया और आईओडी ने उनको अवार्ड के लिए चुना, तो ये बहुत ही मुश्किल काम आपने किया है, चुनाव वाला, और इसमें भी आपने सावधानी बरती और वाकई जो एक्सेलेंट थे उनको आपने चुना। तो पहले आईओडी टीम को बधाई और जिनको अवार्ड मिला उनको बधाई, क्योंकि हम सुनते रहते हैं, देखते रहते हैं, जिनको अवार्ड दिया वाकई आपने अवार्ड की क्वालिटी भी रखी और अवार्ड जिनको मिला है उनका वक्तव्य भी इस अवार्ड से बढ़ेगा, ऐसा मैं मानता हूँ। वो और तेज़ गति से काम करेंगे, ये भी मैं मानता हूँ। अब ये कमल वर्धन राव साहब जो अपने मसूरी का जो दृष्टांत सुना रहे थे, आप ही सुना रहे थे ना, अब स्ट्रॉन्ग वाला सुना रहे थे, पेड़ की तरह ऊंचा होना चाहिए, ऐसा सुना रहे थे। पेड़ के बारे में जो स्पिरिचुअल साइंस है वो ऐसा कहती है कि पेड़ जब फल लगते हैं तो वो झुकता है, विनम्र होता है। ठीक है, स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए पेड़ को भी, लेकिन उसको विनम्र भी होना चाहिए। और जब पेड़ के फल लगते हैं और विनम्र होता है तो मुझे लगता है सोसाइटी ज़्यादा फल खा पाती है, ऐसा मैं मानता हूँ। देखिए, दो तीन चीज़ें जो इस सब्जेक्ट के साथ जुड़ी हुई है, मुझे अभी अवस्थी साहब कह रहे थे कि मीडिएशन काउंसिल का आप क्या कर रहे हो, तो ये कुछ ऐसे विषय है लॉ एंड जस्टिस में जो चलते रहते हैं। हमने करीब 1562 ऐसे लॉज थे जिनकी कोई उपयोगिता नहीं थी, हमने वो समाप्त किए, जिसको हम रिपील ऑफ एब्सोल्यूट लॉज कहते हैं, ऑब्सोलीट लॉज कहते हैं। ये 1562 ये छोटी मात्रा नहीं है, एक बड़ा सब्जेक्ट मोदी जी ने हाथ में लिया। उसके बाद एक जन विश्वास जो अमेंडमेंट एक्ट आया, उसमें 42 ऐसे सेंट्रल एक्ट थे जिनमें छोटी छोटी बातों पे बिजनेस करने वालों को परेशानी होती थी, छोटी छोटी बातों पे, और उसमें पेनल्टी भी थी। तो वो सब हमने समाप्त किया। क्रिमिनल प्रोविजन भी हमने समाप्त किए। इसलिए पिछले 10 सालों में मोदी जी के शासनकाल में मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस के साथ साथ ईज ऑफ लिविंग भी आपको मिला, ऐसा मैं मानता हूँ।
माननीय मंत्री जी, अपने विचारों और अपने अनुभवों को हमसे साझा करने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। Your leadership and your perspectives have added immense value to this platform today. Can we have a huge round of applause for the Honorable Minister, please? Very grateful to you, Shri Arjun Ram Meghwal ji, for sparing your valuable time from a very busy schedule for the ceremony. Thank you. A big thank you to Justice Awasthi also for sparing his valuable time and sharing his thoughts on this podium with us today. Thank you, Justice Awasthi. A small token of appreciation for you. And finally, a small token of appreciation for Ms. Vinny. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and your learnings and enriching this platform today with your presence. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring the curtains down on this edition of IOD Annual Directors Conclave. I would like to request Mr. Manoj Raut, who's the CEO of Institute of Directors India, to come on the dais and formally close this evening by offering a vote of thanks.
So finally, we are coming to the end of this remarkable evening. And it's my honor and privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on behalf of IOD. I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Honorable Sri Megwalji, and Honorable Minister, sir, we are grateful to you for sparing your valuable time to be with us and having inspired us and setting the tone for the future. Our special thanks to all our IOD Advisory Council members, National Advisory Council members, and huge congratulations to our newly inducted, the Distinguished Fellows of 2024. Thank you all. You are our family.